shillings a month, and you're going to be making over 100 grand. This is what it looks like. And man, they got excited. Because we had somebody there that was working at Burger King and the drive-thru and other teachers who weren't making much money. And I mean, they got behind that vision. Thank you. They got behind that vision because it would motivate them. Okay? Andy Sealing also says that a vision leads in our daily lives direction. It gives us direction. It tells us how we need to prioritize things. We sat down, we said, this is where we're going, this is where we're headed. How do we get there? I'm not a strategist, but when you put a team together, there are what's called leadership styles, and we had a couple of strategists, Karen and Pat Bird. They were strategists, and so when we said, this is where we want to go, a strategist, God just gives them that ability. They don't even think about it. They don't even realize that it's a gift. But they sat down and they said, here's how we get there. The steps, and here's how we get there. So a vision gives you direction, and it helps you prioritize what is most important in order to get to accomplish your dream and your vision. And then the fourth thing that a vision weaves in our daily lives is it gives us a purpose. It gives us a purpose. And a vision makes you an important link between current reality and the future. Here's where we are, and here's where we're going. Okay? So those are the four things that a vision leaves in our lives. And again, I want to recommend that book to any of you that have a big dream, because that'll really help you hone in on your vision. I'm going to read this next part because I think it's so important. A person without experience sees a vision idealistically. To that individual, the vision alone is enough. Naively, this person casts the vision to others, expecting the dream to do the work, and failing to realize that a vision needs support. A person with experience learns that people buy into the leader before they buy into the vision. That is very important.
Yes.
You're going to see that again. So let me read it again.
Yeah.
A person with experience learns that people buy into the leader before they buy into the vision. So you may have a nice vision, but if you're not a true leader and an influencer, they're not going to buy into that. So that's why you have to develop yourself as a leader and be an influencer, because they're going to follow you before they follow your vision. Okay? Experienced leaders realize that people are fickle and dreams are fragile. Experience has taught me these principles about vision. This is in John's book, Developing the Leader Within You. Okay? Developing the Leader Within You. Isn't that powerful? Mm-hmm. The credibility of a vision is determined by the leader. The credibility of a vision is determined by the leader. It's not the vision, but it's the leader. Again, people follow the leader before the vision. Then the acceptance of a vision, so they buy into it. The acceptance of a vision is determined by the timing of its presentation. So when we do something, timing is just as important as what we do. It's just as important. People mess that up. And I have to tell you, I've messed it up before, where I've cast the vision at the wrong time. So you've got to pray. You've got to ask the Holy Spirit to lead you and guide you on when the right time is. And when the right right time is, and you present it, it's going to happen. If God's in there. And the value of a vision is determined by the energy and the direction that it gives. The value of a vision is determined by the energy and the direction that it gives. And so you ask yourself, do the people that I'm casting vision, do they have the energy? Are they energized? Are they excited about this? If not, the timing may not be right. It's not that the vision's not right. It's just maybe the timing's not right. Okay? The evaluation of a vision is determined by the commitment level of people. By the commitment level of people. If people aren't committed, then it's not going to happen. But a vision draws people in. When you cast it, it draws people in. So the first time we cast that vision and everybody that was there bought into it, then we would share it with new people that were coming into the business, and then they bought into it because we were energized them. They had passion behind it. And then finally, the success of a vision is determined by its ownership. Its ownership by both the leader and the people. The success of the vision, so whether the vision is going to happen or not, is determined by, do the people buy into it? Do they buy into it? And so all of this comes from the ownership, that is huge. But all of this comes from John's book, Developing a Living Image. Okay? So there on page 4, break the dream down, is that on page 14? Yes. Okay. So here's how you break a dream down. Okay? When you're telling share it with your team. First, you got to make sure they understand it. Okay? Make it clear. Make it simple. Don't make it complicated. Make it clear. And then ask them. This is still number one. Ask them, do you understand? Do you know where we're headed? Okay? To make sure that they understand what the vision is. Number 2 is own it. Everyone needs to own it. Now, not everybody will. That's okay. Those are probably those, they may be the achievers, the eagles, that want to do it on their own. But those are the followers of wonder. They may not, they may not buy into it. That's okay. Okay? That's okay. You want those that really buy into it. Number 3. So number 2 is, number 1 is understand it. Okay, understand it. Number 2 is own it, or buy into it. You want to share it so everyone can, number 3, contribute to it. Contribute to it. You want people working to help you accomplish it. That's why you want to understand leadership styles, personalities, types, etc. So you know what the best person and the best subcommittee or committee or whatever, is to be leading in that area. And then as a leader, well, we'll learn that in teamwork. But I'll just tell you, as a leader, you want to make sure that you learn your team's leadership style and let them lead in that area. You sit down. It's a time for you to rest. But you let them lead in that area because that's where God gave them that ability. So they then feel that they're buying into it because they're a part of it. They're leading in that area. Okay? So that's number 3. And then finally is pass it on. Is pass it on. Your leaders, your inner circle, your leaders, they're the ones that when they buy in, that they'll turn around and they lead others, leaders lead others, and they will pass it on to those people that that are working with them, and that is how something multiplies. Okay, that's how something multiplies. How are we doing on time? 5 minutes? Well, let's take a break.